This is Combat365.tv. Like and subscribe for more hard-hitting combat sports content. Andreas Giorgio backstage at Glory 54, now joined by Josh Jauncey. Decision win there against Christian Baya to avenge a previous loss against him in your home turf, essentially, you know, where you were born, where everything started for the Jauncey name. That's, you know, that must feel great.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it feels good. I mean, this is where my dad competed for most of his career, aside from, you know, a couple fights in Hong Kong and stuff like that. But other than that, my dad had, you know, close to 30 fights here in England. This is my first one here after 32 years. So it's, you know, it's great to be back. It's great to get a win here against a top opponent and on the highest possible stage that I think there's ever been in England in terms of kickboxing.
Yeah, I mean, Glory, there's a lot of talk of what they want to do here in the UK and regrow the market. Would you like to be a part of that moving forward?
Of course. You know, yeah, of course I would love to be. You know, I mean, I love England. I love Canada as well. You know, I was brought up. I've lived most of my life in Canada as well, but I still. Culturally, I'm English. You know what I mean? Like, I still, you know, there's some things I relate to Canadians and all that because I live there. But I mean, we live like English people. You know what I mean? So it's nice to be back here and around people that I feel like I understand a bit better and understand me as well.
Tell me and walk me through what the biggest differences were between the last fight with Baya and this time around. Do you feel that you managed to get your shots off a lot better this time?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm only 50% of the fight, right? He's the other 50%, so who knows how good he felt going into this fight compared to how good he felt going into the last fight. He had a lot more to gain winning the last fight. It was just a introduction to, you know, like he just got the opportunity. So he had a lot to gain by getting that fight. I feel I had a lot to gain by winning this fight. So there's differences there, I think, you know, but I mean, the difference, I think, for me in this one, as well as that, is the fact that I got to train for him fully. I had a 6-week training camp for him. My last opponent was actually quite similar to him as well. So really, I had like, you know, almost two training camps for a style similar to this. Yeah. And probably one of the biggest things of this year that I didn't do in previous years was listen to my corner. You know, I would listen to them at first, and then I start doing my own thing. But now I don't, and I listen to them fully. And when they start saying it, when they say something, I do it. And when they don't say something, I don't do it. You know what I mean? Like I'm you know, my faith and my trust in my corner is there now. And it was the only, you know, maybe little brother syndrome or something like that. I didn't listen to him so much before, but now I do. And now I see it works. So that's the difference for me.
A difficult 2017, I guess we could say, for you. You know, how important was it? You know, I know all the external factors leading into this, and, you know, even maybe pressure of your family being able to watch you, you know, your British family. Like, for you, like, was there ever any real pressure coming in here that you had to make a statement in Birmingham?
No, the only pressure that's ever on me is from me. You know, anything that happens in life, the way you react is the only reality of it. So if I'm going to let this external pressures or whatever that might be affect me, that's my problem. And I don't do that anymore. You know, I don't do that. It's all me. It's all how I react to things. I can shut myself away and have no pressure at all. And that's what I do now. You know, there's no pressure. There's no nothing. For me, it's just go and win the fight. And it's the pressure I put on myself, which is I put a lot of pressure on myself this year. I've told myself, if you don't win, you don't fight again. That's what I've told myself the last 2 fights now. Because after last year, the summer of last year, I had a shitty fight, and you know, I said, okay, if you can't bounce back from this, don't do it anymore. You got beat by a guy like that, don't do it anymore. You need to find something else. You know what I mean? So now it's like, I love doing this. So there is nothing else for me to do. So it's like, okay, you got to fucking do it. Otherwise, you're gonna be homeless because this is the only thing you want to do. So I got to do it.